The journey of the creative begins with a single voice, a voice that belongs to a brave individual who helps us connect to many others, and we find ourselves a home in their work. Their freedom and purpose is found. Our backstory is a tale of how the creative sees this world that we all share. This creative helps us see magic where there is none and bring light to what was unknown. This is Marelise's story.
Hi guys, my name is Marelise. I'm originally South African, but I've been living in South America in Chile for the past 6 years. I have moved around a lot my life, and that has definitely had many influences on the way that I am today, the things that I believe in, and yeah. So I I would describe myself as a creative um, in the way that I mostly interact with painting and drawing, but I I've also done a bit of sculpting, not that much, and a bit of mural work. Um, so what inspires me with my work is the the connection that it can make with other people, the way that you can what I've experienced living in Chile is that you can have this connection with people without even being able to speak the same language, that many things don't allow you to have that. And that's what inspires me on a daily basis, and the way that you can make people see something very differently and get a lot of empathy for certain things and get people to care about things through the arts. And so today I'd like to talk about one of my favorite projects that I did. Um, it was based on the flowers that I saw in the desert um, in Chile. It only happens every few years that these flowers come about, and when they do, there are tons of different types, and it's really beautiful. Um, so when I was there, there were so many people that would come and see these flowers that I thought it's really incredible to see people go on about diversity and the abundance of this diversity and how beautiful it is. I thought it would be really nice if people could have that same feeling for the unity of different types of people. So I did a project based on the way that a single flower is constructed and how each different part of the flower is critical to the entire flower working, but they all have different functions. I mean, the leaves doesn't do the same as the stem, for example, but they both look very different, and they're both like connected still, but they're very important for the overall functioning of the flower. And that's the same for people. The way that we all very different in our own ways, in our own cultures, but we are essentially still united in many ways and essential for each other to learn and to become better people. So what I did is I drew made kind of a puzzle. I drew the shape of a flower um, in these different parts, and then you can connect them all. It was a big flower, so then every person that came to my exhibition would come and turn over. First, it was just the flower, and everyone would come and turn over one picture to reveal on the other side of this there was a face. And so here you can see you're supposed to look at the face and see how it's different to yours and appreciate that. And then by the end of the exhibition, every person would come and turn another part of the flower around, and it would make one big flower, symbolizing how people work together. And this, I had to interview a lot of different people. These are all the different photos I had to take. And it was a really lovely experience to meet all these people and look at their faces in such detail. Yeah, is it a career or just a hobby? I would say maybe in the future I would want to, I will always want to continue art, but I don't know if I would want it as a career, just because I always feel once you sell it, I don't know, there's a conflict in me with selling my art. I do sell stickers and notebooks occasionally, but it would be very lovely to have the motivation to keep doing it, but I think it would have to be in a very community-based art project, so in a way that I influence people in a positive way. I have not participated in these projects. I remember a few people asked me to take their emails and to send them the final product, and the feedback was really cool to hear from people. In other ways, the murals that I did with my sister and a friend, there were always people walking past, and you could talk to them, and then sometimes you would tell them the meaning of the mural, and then you would go on a long tangent with them about their general philosophy of life, and that would be such a cool experience. So that's about it. I have a lot more that I could talk about of what I've done, because art has always been so present in my life, but that's a quick explanation of me. And if you guys would like to see more of my stuff, you can follow me on Instagram at plainsnip. Yeah, thank you so much.